I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Today's video is going to be focusing on the digital ID in the UK and a little bit of Canada as well. I just want to get your thoughts about it. We're going to be playing some clips from Keir Starmer and the Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney about this matter. And I want to get your thoughts about this down in the comments below.
No to digital ID law! We say no! No to digital ID!
So as you can see, we have millions of people, apparently millions of people protesting this digital ID in the UK. Yet, their government seems to be doubling down on this. So the question is, who are they serving with this digital ID and what is in it for the people? Because if the people are saying no to it and the government is insisting on doing it, then you have to ask the question is, who are they listening to then and who are they serving?
We'll go to prison if it means I won't have a digital ID. I refuse to be tracked and monitored and surveilled. I outright refuse it. This is the tipping point for our country between freedom and mass authoritarianism. If you don't know, digital IDs is where all of your information is going to be centralised on one database, that any future government that either you agree or disagree with is going to have access to your information. The UK, specifically England, is known for something called freedom, autonomy, the ability to not have the state look into our lives all the time. But we're in a position now where that boundary is being crossed. It's not about being left-wing or right-wing. We're talking about inalienable rights. No way does anybody on this tube...
I love that. It's not about being left wing or right wing. It's about why are they doing this? Because I understand that some people will be like, oh, well, you know what? You're already being tracked right from birth. And that's correct. Once you get your birth certificate, I think they already have everything on you. And that file follows you for the rest of your life. So someone might argue and say, well, then what else? Like, you know, what's the big deal? Might as well just do the digital ID thing. But then another rebuttal could be you keep giving an inch and then you keep losing miles, right? And so we wonder, how do we get to where we are today? How do we get here where most people are not happy with the way things are going in their lives, right? No, a lot of people are not happy. We see that on a lot of TikTok clips, a lot of YouTube clips, people lamenting about their life situations. And so they wonder, how did we get here? Why are things the way they are? And I think these are the kind of moments that define that, right? We continue to give away and give away and give away with the excuse being, oh, well, they already have us by the scrotum, so might as well give more. But I think that's irresponsible, and I think we need to be more responsible for the future generations ahead of us, making sure that they are not coming into even more of an authoritarian, forgive me, world, right? Because we want to make sure that people are not like losing more and more freedoms. Like, we came into this world, we had like quite a few freedoms, and so we should try and at least live it the way we met it, not worse. And so I think we shouldn't be going along just to get along without understanding the why. So the question is, why are they doing this? I really want to hear your thoughts and your opinions on this. Are you for the digital IDs or are you against it? Let's talk about it down in the comments.
Trust our government or any future government. So why on earth would you trust them to have access to all of your data? I certainly won't. We are meant to be a free country. I'll give you a leaflet, sir. We are meant to be in a position of having liberty, but we don't anymore. We are more surveilled in this country than any other country in Europe. That is outrageous. Thank you, Mazen, I appreciate it. I know this sounds annoying, and I know you probably don't want to listen to me, but lots of people are taking leaflets and they're doing it for a reason. They're taking a leaflet because they know something's wrong. They know something is attacking their freedom and they don't have the answer as to what that is. I knew digital IDs were coming in 2020 when they unlawfully locked us down and they brought in vaccine mandates and they introduced a papers please society. Winston Churchill abolished national ID cards for good reason. We don't believe in a papers, please culture in this country. We believe in autonomy. We believe in freedom. We believe in the right to privacy. The state is now directly influencing and infiltrating our lives and our privacy, and I, for one, am absolutely sick of it.
Yeah, so some people say that, because I read the comments just to see the opinions, and the opinions are pretty consistent. A lot of people are against this, but then you have the few that are like saying, oh, maybe it's good, right? Maybe it's gonna challenge the illegal immigration because now those people will be able to be cut. But then I would like to refer you to one of my favorite conspiracy theorists, Mr. Ike. If you know Mr. Ike, you know that that guy is pretty wise. He's like ahead of his times, right? And it's called the problem reaction solution, where the rulers, I guess, they come up with problems, they create the problems, and then they allow us to react to it, right? And then in this case, what would the problem be? The problem will be the illegal immigration. And then they see how we reacted to that. A lot of people are complaining, lamenting that the illegal immigration is causing like an unfair job market, suppressing wages, putting pressure on the demand while the supply isn't keeping up, thereby increasing the cost of living. So now this digital ID could be seen as a solution, right? They come like, oh yeah, here's your solution. But then it's like, why do we have the problem in the first place, guys? Can anybody answer that? Why is it that we have that problem in the first place? Why is it that like they allowed it to get to this point where everybody is at their breaking point, and now they're coming with a solution where it's going to be us giving away more of our freedoms. I know people, it's a controversial word, freedoms, right? But it's true. It shouldn't even be controversial. So now people are having to, and they're not even giving you the choice. That's the worst part, right? You don't even have a choice in the matter. That's the part that gets me, is how like these guys, they just pass whatever they want to pass and then protest all you want and they don't care. They're just going to do what they're going to do. Let's hear what Mark Carney, the Prime Minister of Canada, has to say when he was asked about this.
Starmer's introduced a digital ID card. He wants to make it mandatory as a way of controlling immigration. Is that something Canada might consider?
Well, Paul, one thing I would...
Uh-oh. You sound guilty. Why you stuttering? That's it right there, right? That was worrisome. He's already starting off answering the question with stuttering. It means that he's uncomfortable, he's feeling uneasy about answering the simple question of, is Canada going to follow suit with this or not? Can we just get an answer, please, Mr. Carney?
Put in terms of context is the UK is relatively unique in not having other forms of identification. So there's been a long history here not to have ID. In Canadians, we have various forms of ID. We have driver's license. You have social insurance license.
Yeah.
You have.
No, but they have those things in the UK. All my UK viewers, as few as you may be, let us know. Do you guys have driver's licenses in the UK?
Forms of identification. In terms of so now, are there merits to having common digital identification for government services, for you say immigration, also for financial services, portability, other aspects? There may be. We don't have current plans for that.
Okay, so he answered the question. We don't have current plans for that. Current, but then it might be like in the near future, in the far future. He did not say no, we're not gonna do it. So that is worrisome. And I really want to hear from my Canadian viewers. Grace, Dreamweaver Soul, please let us know. Put your wisdom down in the comments below. What do you think about this digital ID? And do you think that it's actually going to help us? Is it going to make our lives easier? Because people complain about the cost of living. People complain about the price of rent. People complain about the lack of jobs. People complain about the competitive nature, how you need to send out thousands of applications and get ghosted. That is what people are complaining about. And then we don't really hear these people really saying how they're going to solve that. We don't really see them solving that. They just come up with whatever it is that they want to do that is on their agenda. And it makes you wonder, like, who are these people actually serving? Because it doesn't seem like it is the people. It doesn't seem like it is their subordinates. So, very curious to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. If you're vibing with me, please consider liking, consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 500 subs, and your support is going to mean the world to me. So smash that like, smash that subscribe. Let's have a chat about this down in the comments below. And until next time, peace.